Hi there, my name is Paige. This video is brought to you by our dear friends at WSW Philippines. I just want to say thank you to JV and Michelle for inviting me to create this video on your behalf. Now, I just want to congratulate WSW and all the wonderful ladies here for completing 60 plus stories about how we are thriving and surviving in this pandemic. Now, can you imagine it? We have posted over 60 stories that are inspiring and motivating and really a source of hope for a lot of us. But the common theme that we've had as we've been posting those stories from, the past 2 months now is actually how are you surviving and thriving in this pandemic? You've heard so many different stories from women all over the Philippines and actually even across the globe. WSW Philippines is not even WSW Philippines anymore, but it has reached a global phenomena because in fact, I'm over here in Canada. And so, okay, let's jump into our topic for today, which is how do you go from surviving to thriving? For me, I find surviving, it means you're just reacting day by day. The mindset that we have is basically, you know what, just think positive. All I have to do is to just get through this day. To just get through this day. Don't think about next week. Just get through this day. That is the mindset of surviving. There's nothing wrong with that. But what we want here, our part of the mission here in WSW is to empower and encourage one another. I was asked to share with you some of the tips that I believe would help to move from surviving to thriving. What is thriving? In comparison to surviving, thriving is actually a little bit of a future forward, right? Being more purposeful about how you're living and you're not just reacting day in, day out with the circumstance that's happening to you. Now, obviously, with a lot of uncertainties with the pandemic, there's only so much that we can plan for the future. Being purposeful, being future forward is more so the intention that we have, just thinking about what can we control in our life right now. Some of the things that you can control are the way you think, and surprisingly, yes, you can control how you feel, and also you can control how you treat other people and how you make them feel. When you think about it, just incorporating those 4 things that I've mentioned, how you being in control or being responsible for how you think and how you feel, and being aware of how you make other people feel about themselves or about what's going on is already such a big part of what it means to thrive. Dive in deeper. Here are 3 simple things that I would like to share. Number 1 is protect your mind. As powerful as social media is, we are here in this community, WSW, and we have shared amazing, inspiring stories through social media. You also have to know that it has the power to do the opposite. Ultimately, you have the power on what you feed your mind, and you have to be more aware about protecting your mindset. Number 2 is keep the conversations going. A lot of us, especially women, we love to call up a friend when we're going through something. I want you to surround yourself more with people who are of high value, people who share the same values, people who hold you accountable to a higher standard. Because oftentimes when you chat with them, it's not misery loves company. It's more so that your friend can actually, having conversations with your friend can actually allow you a fresh perspective. And sometimes all we need to remember and bring the joy back in life is some fresh perspective. And lastly, number 3 is do something creative. That motion of creativity, that act of being creative reminds us of that superpower that God blessed us with. And so I encourage you to do something creative, go dance in front of the mirror, go belt it out, do the, if you love karaoke, go belt it out. Right now is the time. There is nothing wrong with it, just do something creative, tap into that amazing superpower that we are blessed with of being able to create our reality. All right, so that's what I want to leave you with right now. How we can move from surviving, just reacting day after day, trying to get by, to actually thriving. And you know what? These tips that I gave you, If you protect your peace of mind, if you keep the conversations going and you have that conversation with high value friends, and if you do something creative, it feels good. And when you feel good, when you feel empowered, yourself, if you feel empowered as an individual, you can actually infect others with that same energy, right? So imagine when you do something fun, when you do something that empowers you, you start thinking positively, you start feeling positive. And what happens when you feel positive? You infect others, you treat others kindly, other people feel good when they're around you. Really, that's how we all lift each other up and how we can thrive in the midst of this pandemic. And so I hope that this helped you. I'm very grateful once again for my dear friends JV and Michelle for inviting me and giving me this honor to congratulate WSW for publishing over 60 amazing, inspiring stories. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Paige, and I will catch you next time. Hopefully I'll see you again. Have a good day wherever you are in the world.